Hi, I'm Juliana Ackerblom, and I'm on the social media team at Rockwell Automation, and we are here at Automation Fair, and I'm so excited to be in the Rock Studios booth today to discuss innovations in climate control with Amanda Nelson, Senior Global Product Leader at Edvent Hoffman. And Edvent Hoffman is also one of our elite sponsors this year at Automation Fair. So Amanda, welcome to the Rock Studios booth, and thanks for joining me.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here today.
Awesome. Okay, so now we hope that you were able to make it to Automation Fair, but if you aren't, we hope that you leave this conversation with all the tools that you need, and feel free to just comment and say hi and let us know if you have any questions. All right, Amanda, let's dive in. So can you share with our audience what risks uncontrolled temperature pose for sensitive automation and networking equipment, and how does climate control mitigate them?
Sure, of course. This is something I'm passionate about. So, electronics. Electronics are designed, and they're very sensitive, and they're designed to work at a specific temperature. They're going to operate the best when they're maintained and kept at a stable temperature. If they get too hot, they're going to overheat. They could prematurely fail. If they get too cold, they're going to have lasting effects as well. So that's where climate control comes in and maintains a consistent temperature and keeps everything operating smooth. I like to compare it back to, we know air conditioners are in our house or our car. They keep us running smooth. We're happier when we're kept at a consistent temperature.
Absolutely.
Electronics are the same way. So by being able to keep them, always running at a consistent, ideal temperature is really important to prevent downtime. A statistic I like to share is an hour of downtime in a large facility or factory is $260,000 per hour on average.
Wow.
And if your electronics and your enclosures or your systems are what causes that failure, that's money out of your pocket. So keeping your electronics at a consistent temperature and with climate control is really important and something we should all be trying to strive for.
Yeah, those are some really great points. And so can you touch a bit on the importance of having sustainable climate control solutions?
Yeah, of course. Sustainability is something so much more important. We're all hearing about it today. Company goals and for the environment, and we see it in our personal lives as well. But we at Invent really strive towards sustainable solutions. So one thing is creating more energy efficient solutions, which is going to mean that you're spending less on electricity and having overall less energy that you're using. Another thing is using materials, either less materials, recycled materials, materials that are better for the environment. A big thing is greenhouse gases and refrigeration, making sure you're using the right versions. So ultimately, sustainable products are going to save you money, and they're going to help you meet your goals and be better for the environment as well.
Yeah, those are some good points, and it's great that we know that there's a way to help the company without hurting the environment and vice versa.
Yes, it's a team, right?
Absolutely. So how does integrated enclosures and climate control simplify maintenance and improve uptime?
Yeah, they really are a pair. So enclosures, they're going to have electronics. We talked about the sensitivity and needing to keep them, and the climate control is what helps pair those together. So we know that modern electronics, they're getting smaller, which is great. We know our cell phone, think of what it used to be in computers. Other industrial electronics are the same way, but they're generating more heat. They're more powerful. So by taking an enclosure, and you're going to have more electronics in there that are hotter, and climate control should be part of your system up front. We don't want this to be an afterthought where somebody says, oh, is this going to be too hot? I got to figure out what to put on here. So climate control and enclosures together as part of your system is really important. Being able to design them, they're going to install better together, they're going to run smoothly, and then we all make changes eventually. You're going to add a new component and everything, and continually monitoring and doing audits of your system to say, did I make changes? Do I need to change anything in my enclosure or my climate control to better fit them is important. It's going to help you have a smoother operation and prevent that downtime that we talked about.
Absolutely, and that downtime that is very expensive
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
So can you share a bit more about how Nvenn is innovating in climate control?
Yeah. So at Invent, we say innovation is in our DNA, and we do that for climate control. Come visit our booth if you're here and see some of our solutions, but really we want to first make sure that we have reliable and robust solutions. We want this solution to work, and we want it to work for a long time. Applications are changing, modern day electronics are changing, so having the solutions that fit today's world is really important. We are innovating in both air cooling and liquid cooling. We see trends in both of those and making sure we're coming out with sustainable, more energy efficient. And then I talked about how electronics get smaller. Compact solutions are also really important as trends go towards that way. So those are some of the ways that we're innovating every day.
Yeah, and I mean, I just think back to like the old cell phone, like you said, and what it is now. It's all so different. So
Yes.
this is great, and it's clear that you've found ways to streamline, the business while also not hurting the environment, but helping it.
Yeah.
So Amanda, this has been a great discussion. Thank you for sharing some insights from nVent Hoffman and what you're doing with climate control. And thank you all for tuning in and leaving any comments that you have. If you want to learn more about anything that we discussed today, we will drop a link in the comments. And there is so much taking place here at Automation Fair. We are running around, there's lots happening. So so don't go far, but if you are at the show, be sure to stop by the nVent Hoffman booth to learn more.
I look forward to seeing you later.
Thanks for watching.